the College of ACES at the University of Illinois. It's the same friendly place you remember from your days on campus. And it's a dynamic, rapidly changing institute devoted to the very latest in the academic sciences. This combination of tradition and aggressive innovation is made possible by a faculty of world leaders in science, economics, and human development. A student body more competitively selected than ever before, and you, the alumni of ACES. The College of Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences on the Urbana-Champaign campus of the University of Illinois is stronger, broader, and more diverse today than ever before. At the same time, the creators of the new college have built on a tradition of high standards, the legacy of the College of Agriculture and the School of Human Resources and Family Studies. The strength of ACES is reflected in and supported by the ACES Alumni Association. The College of Agriculture Alumni Association first formed in 1911 to promote the science of agriculture, encourage a more rational system of farm management, and unify the efforts of all interested in agricultural education. But in 1917, a world in turmoil dictated the end of the fledgling organization. 2 world wars and a global depression would prevent the resurrection of the association until 1956. Then, a handful of alumni and faculty, concerned about lagging enrollment, the need for agricultural scholarships, and the public image of the college, joined forces.
And they were having a hard time getting good graduates, good high school graduates into the College of Agriculture program. And they had a meeting. It was a wet, cold, rainy day in October, last part of October, and we met up in 330 Mumford Hall. Well, I was delighted to help, but it was an extra, like in the Army, in addition to your other duties, type of thing. And but I made a lot of friends and contacts through it during the organization years.
As soon as it was a viable statewide organization, the association was hard at work in 3 important areas: alumni recognition, lobbying and public relations efforts on behalf of college needs, and fundraising. In 1960, the association presented its first Award of Merit. In 1969, the association formally created the Ag Development Fund. Its first project was the contribution of $2,500 toward the installation of a yew hedge around the college's Morrow plots. By the early 70s, the Ag Development Fund was a regular source of support for student field study tours in the U.S. and abroad. Ag Development Fund support was behind the creation of the Executive in Residence program, also in the early 70s. In 1971, graduates of the School of Human Resources and Family Studies formed another alumni association. In their years of support for the school, the Scherfs, as they became known, renovated the Bevere Commons, among many projects. There's never been a more important facilities program in the college's history than the Food for Century 3 Capital Campaign. A decade of intense legislative lobbying on the part of the association, faculty, and administrators resulted in the commitment of $60 million worth of capital improvements. Those improvements included construction of the Veterinary Medicine Basic Sciences Building, the Plant Sciences Greenhouse and Headhouse Complex, and addition and extensive remodeling of the Animal Sciences Laboratory and other agricultural facilities across the state. Today, more than 40 years after the founding of the modern Alumni Association, the original goals are more important than ever. ACES alums are still going to bat for the capital needs of the college. In 2001, a new $21 million agricultural library, information, and alumni center will open. That project would not have been possible without alumni support and promotion. And when 200 alumni contributed $11,000 to the new Ag Development Fund in 1971, they were setting a precedent that would enhance opportunity in the college forever. In fiscal 1999, 4,000 Dean's Club donors contributed more than $500,000. How do those contributions help? Remember the Executive in Residence program begun almost 30 years ago with association support? It is still an important experience for ACES students, and it is still supported by ACES alumni who finance the program through ACES Development Fund giving. Alumni make the program work in other ways, too.
The second way we get assistance from alumni is by alumni nominating potential executives to use in future years. We have a list that I maintain, and we talk to other faculty and students about how to put together a blended list, a balanced list. Probably 40% or so have been alums. That number is increasing in recent years, a lot because we're getting to know our alums better and finding out what wonderful positions they're in wonderful companies that can be quite informative and instructive to faculty and students.
Another important opportunity for ACES students is the Financial Markets and Agribusiness Study course. The chance for the students to visit with business leaders in New York City is funded in part by ACES Alumni. Many of those who host ACES students are also ACES alumni.
I'd like to say that I'm the best lecturer and they believe everything I do, but seeing it firsthand is just what the students, they really appreciate that, seeing it firsthand, seeing it actually when you're physically there as well. Rather than have them even come to class and lecture, it's so much different when they actually go see it live in New York, see the hustle and bustle of New York City, and the experiences they gain doing that is unfair. We can't replicate that in the classroom.
We were able to go and speak with the companies face to face and have a conversation with them in a business-like setting with some very important people in this world right now and some very current faces that we're hearing about in the news.
Through their generous funding of the college's Academy of Teaching Excellence, alumni and others support still more efforts of direct benefit to today's students. College grants promote innovative teaching ideas. 75 students in Plant Pathology 100 participate in a virtual laboratory. One lab session examines Dutch elm disease, a deadly tree disorder that has a huge impact on communities, but which takes decades to develop.
On a computer, we can simulate that process in minutes, and they can run through 10 years at a time or several decades and see the trees dying off from this disease. They can then plant trees in different spacings, all elm trees or a mixture of tree species, and see what that does to the disease.
ACES alumni find other ways to contribute. Another valuable experience for ACES undergrads is the job shadowing program, in which students visit with professionals in their field of study. Many alums give generously of their time and experience to make that program work. As a next step opportunity, many internships available to ACES students are made possible by alumni. And internships, placement officials say, are today's key to professional employment and future success. Even some of the college's most important global opportunities are possible because of the help of alumni.
There have been a number of alumni that have moved into positions of importance, not only in the United States but around the world. And those positions have been extremely valuable to the college and to me personally in terms of the research work that we've been able to do. But probably more importantly, they've been directly involved in monitoring and mentoring students that we send over to them in a second round. So we've got second and third generation students now in some of these countries that are really working for us in very real, tangible ways.
Alumni across the state helped convince state legislators to create CFAR, the Council on Food and Agricultural Research, that has added millions of dollars to faculty research efforts in ACES. And in the 98-99 academic year, College of ACES alums were instrumental in the awarding of nearly $750,000 in merit-based scholarships. The ACES Alumni Association is divided into 8 regions. Each region has an alumni director responsible for recognizing loyalty and support for the college and the university. There are 7 alumni vocational directors who are valuable resources to each of the ACES departments. Within the regions, there are opportunities for fellowship, professional growth, and keeping up to date with ACES news.
I'd like to welcome you all here. I'm Nancy Erickson. If I haven't met you, I am your district alumni director from District 3. It's a big district.
Almost 200 ACES alums and friends attended this get-together in Western Illinois to visit old friends and colleagues and to get a report on their College of ACES.
They poured some footings and now they're pouring the foundation for the new Library Information Alumni Center. And I want to express my appreciation to each and every one of you for the strong support that you have given to that facility as it has come online.
The meeting's enthusiastic mood gave life to the many reasons why people in Illinois and across the country are association members.
As a graduate and an alum of the University of Illinois, I find that most people say they want to become a member of the University of Illinois Alumni Association because they anticipate getting some kind of value from that membership. The values for membership happen to be in the vicinity of connection. In other words, people join the Alumni Association because they want to be connected in terms of friendship, a friendship connection. They want to find, okay, where are the people that I went to school with?
I really do enjoy, because I enjoy the fellowship. I enjoy keeping up on what's going on at the university. I like seeing the university grow, and I have sons that hopefully are going to go to the university also.
Reconnecting with people, it's always good to have a network of people you know. Reestablish old ties.
I just like to keep in touch with U of I and get over to a game once in a while. My family is pretty much involved with the university. We have 4, counting me, of my siblings that are graduates.
The career connection, could be an enhancement to your career through the networking process of various alums, because you're all from the same foundation of education.
Those contacts are invaluable. When we moved over here in this part of the state and started our business, it was amazing how a lot of our first customers were University of Illinois graduates. And that was a tie that we really hadn't expected, and we really drew upon that. And it was a good connection.
I got my degree there. My advisor, Jim Evans, was instrumental in helping me get my first job, which continues to be my job. I met my husband there. My father was actively involved, although he wasn't an alum, and now our daughter is a freshman there. So it means a lot to our family, and it's important to be able to give back if you can in some way.
I've been involved in some scholarship activities also, and it's for everyone. It's for myself, a personal growing process, and I like to see other young people grow and learn, and I think that the university provides a good education for them. And I think as college gets more expensive, I think it's important that the alumni stand behind the school and help to support it, and to help support the students in the college.
Well, I try to promote the college to everyone, because it, really made a difference in my life.
The College of ACES does make a positive difference in people's lives, maybe in your life. And the ACES Alumni Association makes a difference in the college. There are opportunities for recognition, for innovative and creative teaching, and for facility improvements that are possible only because of the ACES Alumni Association. Scholarships are awarded and career doors are opened because of you